Welcome to the heart of our tropical papaya orchard, bathed in the golden light of early morning.
The golden hour is when the papaya truly reveals its sweetness. It takes a gentle hand to know when it is ready.
At the factory, the same crates are opened and slid directly onto conveyors, keeping the papayas moving without rough handling or long delays.
At the factory dock, the loaded truck backs into place, and its doors open onto stacks of fresh papaya crates.
On specially designed round conveyors, rollers gently rotate every papaya as the system sees the full surface. Inside sealed sensor modules, advanced systems measure the internal density of each papaya, checking that the fruit is. On the grading line, papayas pass under laser scanners that read each fruit's size and surface, identifying which ones are ideal.
Suspended from overhead rails, the boxes glide toward the juice extraction section, keeping floor space clear and movement efficient.
Once sealed, the bottom gate opens. Gravity and screw conveyors combine to move the cubes steadily toward the pulping units. At the pulper inlet, cubes meet fast-moving paddles that begin to break down the fruit structure. Inside the drum, pressure forces soft papaya flesh through fine screens, separating smooth pulp from any remaining fibers. The result is a continuous stream of thick papaya pulp, the concentrated base from which juice will be refined. The result is a continuous stream of thick papaya pulp, the concentrated base from which juice will be refined.
Centrifugal separators spin the pulp at high speeds, using gravity and rotation to separate juice-rich liquid from heavier solids.
Centrifugal separators spin the pulp at high speeds, using gravity and rotation to separate juice-rich liquid from heavier solids. One outlet carries denser byproducts, the other releases a clearer papaya juice phase, closer to what will be bottled.
Fine filters polish the juice further, removing tiny particles to improve clarity and mouthfeel while keeping flavor intact.
In transparent sections, the juice appears bright and uniform, evidence that the mechanical steps have done their work.
When the motion subsides, the juice is no longer a raw extract. It is a finished recipe, ready for heat treatment and packaging. Mixing blades rotate at controlled speeds, ensuring that every component is thoroughly dispersed throughout the batch.
Before packaging, the juice passes through tubular pasteurizers that heat it just long enough to eliminate harmful microbes.
Immediately after heating, the juice is cooled again. This rapid cycle preserves color and flavor while ensuring safety and shelf life.
Before any papaya juice is filled, robots take control of every empty bottle, lifting and positioning them for a complete internal and external wash. Inside the rinser, each bottle is turned upside down and flooded with pressurized water, washing every inner surface that will touch the papaya juice. From rinsing, bottles move straight through high-speed air knives that strip off every remaining droplet, leaving them clean and dry for filling.
At the same time, caps are sorted and checked. Mechanical gauges and small robot heads test each cap's size.
A final robotic check confirms that bottle and cap match exactly. Only then do both enter the main.
As nozzles descend, a curtain of papaya juice fills each container to a precise height, controlled by internal valves and timing.
As the bottles leave the filler, the juice inside stabilizes. Small bubbles rise and disappear, leaving a clear, uniform product.
Within this tube, measured amounts of papaya juice are dosed into each segment, synchronized perfectly with the cutting and sealing rhythm.
Heat and pressure create hermetic seals around each dose of juice, defining the top and bottom of every carton. Heat and pressure create hermetic seals around each dose of juice, defining the top and bottom of every carton.
Side by side, bottles for chilled display and cartons for shelf-stable storage move onward to be grouped and packed.
Robotic grippers lift entire sets of cartons at once, placing them into trays with exact spacing and orientation.
For chilled products, cold rooms hold pallets at controlled temperatures, maintaining flavor and safety until distribution. Automated vehicles and pallet jacks move selected loads from storage to loading bays according to shipping schedules. Refrigerated trucks receive chilled pallets, maintaining the cold chain all the way to supermarkets and cafes.
On the table, the link between raw fruit and finished drink is clear. The same color, the same aroma, preserved by technology.
On the surface, the last bubbles rise and fade. What remains is a quiet glass of papaya juice, ready to drink. Once the papaya juice is chilled and packed, Chinese workers move it from cold storage straight into refrigerated trucks.
At the plant gate, simple checks clear each loaded truck to leave. With the barriers lifted, the juice